TheSmartLocal.com. Hi everyone, my name is Rui Yong. I'm a 2-time SEA Games gold medalist in the marathon, 2 times national champion at the Standard Chartered Singapore Marathon, as well as the self-declared best beer pong player in the world. Recently, I went over to the mountains in Flagstaff, Arizona, where my goal was to train in the high altitude and get super fit so that I could challenge the Singapore national record of 2 hours, 24 minutes and 22 seconds. My goal is to become super fit and take down that record so that I can become the fastest man in Singapore history. So big shout out to United Airlines for flying us all the way here and giving us access to the Polaris Lounge where we could chill away the long journey from Singapore to San Francisco. It typically takes me a while to shake off the jet lag, but thanks to the Polaris Lounge, this time it was a breeze. With all that being said, this is my journey to break the Singapore Marathon national record. So the first week of being in Flagstaff, I was having some issues with my Achilles tendons after the Houston Half Marathon. Go run too fast. So I had to book a physiotherapy appointment with my gal, Carol.
Post-race, we're going to do a flush. So we're just going to go in and basically break up lactic acid, break up all the different fluids in his body.
It's a very painful process.
Loosen up his muscles, work on the fascia, work on the tendons, and just find out. First we have to get hands-on and see what he needs. And then, so post-recovery is really important. So massage is great for post-recovery.
What's not so common knowledge is that the back actually gets very tight when you're doing long distance running, especially like racing on the road. Apparently Carol just told me it's very, very tight from the race and from the travel, so she's gonna have to dig in and like loosen up my back. Look at this, toenail is coming out.
Look from the top, you can see the blood.
Oh shit, toenail, big blood blister. It's alright, gave my toe for that record. I was still having issues after, so Ryan and I decided, you know what, let's just take it chill, go for karaoke night, and who else would we meet at karaoke night but tennis star Venus Williams, who I literally ended up on stage singing a duet with. Even though I'm currently nursing an injury, it's important to maintain my fitness because the marathon is really creeping up on me now. So I'm going to do a fartlek. For those of you who are not familiar with fartlek, it's basically 1 minute hard and 1 minute easy. So for those of you who might be beginners or your friends sabo you and sign you up for the Standard Chartered Marathon, this workout is for you. Forget about all the daunting distances, forget about 42k, 21k, 30k, whatever it is that people are telling you that you have to run. Just break it down into simple, smaller parts. That's all you have to do.
Good.
It was hard. Growing up in Singapore, you don't run so much on grass. You run a lot on like road and on the track. So when you're running on like uneven soft surface, it can be hard to adapt. So yeah, definitely not my element, but work on what you get.
Well, it's harder up here because there's not as much pressure in the air. So there actually is plenty of oxygen molecules, but they're not being forced into your body at the same rate that they are at sea level. So that's why the body produces extra red blood cells up here when you're at elevation, because it's trying to make up for that fact. So, but Rui hasn't been here very long, so he doesn't have those extra red blood cells yet. So he's just struggling out here, but he'll come around.
All right, thanks, coach. Today I'm going to be attempting the hardest long run of my entire cycle, a 42-kilometer long run. That's the marathon distance in and of itself. So I don't recommend trying this at home unless you're of a certain fitness level, because even for myself, I'm going to be out there running hard for almost 3 hours. Very lucky today to have Rainer and Will in the car providing some support and encouragement along the way. Very lucky to have 2 buddies who will be running with me for most of the distance, and hopefully my Achilles holds up. The road is actually kind of nice. I thought it would be a lot more sloshy. But the sun is out. I think we got really lucky with the weather.
What? It looks fine.
Oh my god, whose Jeep is that?
Do you think we'll be making it?
No.
No.
Oh my god. I think someone's in there.
Dang!
So it's a little bit warmer today, so some of that snow is melting off, and then it was raining all yesterday and this morning, so there's just a lot of water. It's just wet everywhere.
Wow, so during this 42k, I'm damn shack lah, you know. It was so cold outside, which was nice because we weren't sweating so much, but it was like bitter cold eh. There were like floods everywhere when we were running along the dirt roads. Someone's car was getting washed away. It felt very hardcore, you know, like you felt like, you know, the elements were all against you, but you're still out there like getting it done. At the end of the run, at 32 kilometers, I actually switched to the road and I did a section where I did it very, very fast. So it was called the fast finish long run, where I run 32k at a decent pace and then switch to my racing shoes, get on the road and run fast for the last part. And my Achilles is a bit sore, like, you know, the cold obviously didn't help. I'm a little bit worried about it, but end of the day, like, just gotta do what I can on a day-to-day basis and not get too caught up in worrying about what is gonna happen. Okay, so we're in the gym, 11 AM on Thursday morning. These are my set of exercises for the day. So like once or twice a week we come into the gym to do exercises that complement the running, just to help us stay strong and injury free, just because we're running 160 kilometers a week like we are. The body takes a lot of beating, so like your weaknesses in the body need to be strengthened. Like, I mean, not as much as I do lower body for sure, but a little bit. Like I said, about once or twice a week. It's just a matter of, you know, in Singapore it's like working and running, so the priority is like the aerobic fitness and like lower leg strength. So upper body can be a bit neglected sometimes. So when I'm on training camp, I have a bit more time to train. I try to like focus on upper body a bit more because it holds your form together when you get tired. So if your upper body is not strong when you're tired, you end up like, you know, all over the place. But if your core is strong, even though you're tired, you can kind of like hold a nice running form at kilometer 35, 39, 40 of the marathon. So yeah, as you can tell, my upper body strength is not very strong.
This is for people who are not strong enough yet, so need assistance. So it's gonna demonstrate. 99. 100.
That was a fast 100.
Yeah, that was 100 right there. I usually go to 200, but today I'm feeling tired.
So today is Chinese New Year. I know there's a freaking blizzard outside again. It's so heavy, you can't see more than 10 meters in front of you. But Rana and I really needed to get that Chinese food in our bodies today. Is it because we're Chinese? I don't know.
Time to go for dinner. Look at the snow.
Dude, we are crazy lah. We are going out.
Oh my god.
To get what? Panda Express.
No, it's Chinese New Year, bro. You have to eat Chinese food.
I agree with that. I'm just saying that we are the only crazy ones in town who are braving the storm today. Everyone else is staying at home. Okay.
This is so cool.
新年快乐！
新年快乐！贺新年，祝新年，新年啊年年。
With this weather, sing the Christmas song.
Whoa! Avalanche!
Okay.
Panda Express.
Panda Express. I don't know. I just risked my life for Panda Express. I'm really questioning my life choices right now. Football fight.
Oh, hit the camera! No! Okay, so a lot of people don't know, but today is Chinese New Year and we are here in Panda Express to find... We can't have cameras. Shout out to Singapore from Flagstaff. 新年快乐!
So today I'll be doing my hardest workout of the whole cycle, a 16-mile tempo run. This is going to be like the defining workout of the whole training cycle. After this workout is 2 weeks of rest and recovery and not much else as I gear up for race day. I won't be running race pace up here simply because we're in the mountains and there's not enough oxygen to be comfortably hitting race pace. But I need to, run this whole workout at the same effort that I'll be racing at. Hopefully it goes well. My Achilles is still kind of bothering me. I'm getting a little bit worried about it. I'm hoping it doesn't like snap or anything. Fingers crossed.
So good, Rui. Very nice. Be smooth, be relaxed. Very nice. Boom. 530, 129.40. Wow. Wow. What a day, huh? Good job, buddy. Good
Thanks,
job.
man.
You're gonna crush it. You're gonna crush it. How did you feel out there?
The second half felt better.
Yeah. You know, I mean, I think it just took you a while to warm up
Yeah, I did.
because it's 15 degrees, you know,
Yeah.
Fahrenheit.
I never got a top layer.
No, it was great. I mean, it was cold out there, but once you, oh man, just coming so naturally, didn't you think?
Yeah,
I didn't feel like you were forcing it.
the last 6 miles was pretty good.
Yeah.
Before that, a couple miles a little bit rough. Going uphill was like 5:44,
Yeah.
5:41. Yeah.
It was great.
Happy with
It
that.
was great. You're gonna run really fast. You're gonna smash that national record. Yeah, you really are. But you gotta be so smart. You gotta stay healthy.
Yeah.
You gotta get your sleep. You've got to do all the little things right between now and then. And of course, you gotta keep that Achilles healthy.
Yeah. So we've come to the end of our 5-week training camp in Flagstaff. It had its ups and downs. You know, I started off very brightly by breaking the Singapore half marathon record in Houston. Got injured from that race and had to spend the next 5 weeks like rehabilitating and trying to build on my fitness while not aggravating my injury, which was a very, very tricky process. All in all, I would say I got maybe 70 or 80% of the work that I had planned done. Ben and I are still confident though that I can go to race day and give my 100%, and hopefully that will be enough. Thank you very much United Airlines for flying me all the way here and making this training camp possible. Thank you for being a part of this video. My next stop will be the Seoul Marathon, where I'm trying to break the Singapore national record and become the fastest man ever in Singapore history. If you like this video, don't forget to like, share and subscribe, as well as watch our other videos over there. See you guys in Seoul!
Oh my gosh. Okay, we're gonna rush to find Rui Yong. Finish line.